Hello friends. One thing that I've got in my heart today and I'm really connecting with is plants, poisonous plants which are deemed to be poisonous to us in some ways, and they have been feared or held at a distance. And actually the medicine is knowing when we need to use these plants, when we need to use these energies. And I have wild tansy, Tanaceum vulgaris, in my hand, and I have a hydrosol of I've made a hydrosol of tansy, and I'm using it to purge. I'm using it to cleanse energetically, and it's on the altar, and it is taking away all of the contracts, the cords which are connected, and keeping things stuck. So when we connect with, for example, foxgloves, tansy, rue, it's like the power is in the plant to harm us. Okay? Yet when we seek allyship with the plants can show us, those plants can show us what needs to be removed from our space. Because the truth is that they know better than us. Why do they know better than us? Because they're gridded up with the goddess, with Mother Earth, and they see things in a very, very different way. And so when we want to make changes in our lives, when we want to kind of like bring in the plant spirits for certain reasons, we may have a question or a purpose, yet the whole point of connecting with plant spirits is that they have a wisdom, okay? They have a wisdom, and we get to receive that. So in aromatherapy, in my clinical aromatherapy practice, people often say, Emily, I need something for headaches. I need something for my bad back. I need something for my shoulders, my arthritis. And from the beginning, the messages that have come through from the plants have been all about what is the root to that? How did that inflammation come into the knees? How did that pain come into the head? How did it get so much, you know? And this is where we come into holistic triage, where we're working with the physical body, the energetic body, and the emotional body, you know. And so if you have a desire to work and really understand your symptomology from an energetic, a physical, a spiritual perspective, this is where I bring in my shamanic journeying work. I create journeys for people. You know, you can ask me a question and I will ask the plants. And if you want, you can also have a hand blend, a blend from me, which will be to remedy. I've got clinical aromatherapy prescriptions which are blended on the chemistry. Yet I feel really pulled that it needs to come with the wisdom. You know, it needs to come with the journey. It needs to come with what's coming through for that person. And so that is something that I'd like you to read. If if this resonates, if this is you, then message me about this. It isn't for everybody. It's a way of really knowing that we're guided by the soul. The emotions really, really guide the physicality of the body. And, you know, when we line up all that wisdom, we're flowing in the same direction. You know, it's a difference between kind of trying to flow up the stream and against yourself, or go in your direction, go in the direction of your soul that you're meant to be. Because none of us are meant to experience a painful existence, you know. That isn't the way. We may be contracted to pain, we may be contracted to certain responsibilities, we may be contracted to things, but we can really use the body as a tool to discern what is happening inside of me, what is this telling me about my soul and the direction that I get to travel. And this will speak to some people and it won't speak to others. And just an invitation if that's speaking to you. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions or comments about this, just post it under the video. I'm really welcome to that. I'm really welcome to all of it. Thank you. Bye now.